The incredible story of how one guy's life was turned around by a few events and how he might spend the rest of his life behind bars. Told as it actually happened. Even though his life feels like a bad movie, it isn't. It is all too real. Accused of assisting in a crime that leads to murder, Steve is on trial and in prison. He lives every day in fear. To help keep his sanity, Steve begins writing the script of his life. But what is the truth to Steve's story? What really happened? Was he just in the wrong place at the wrong time? Or did he agree to be the lookout in a drugstore robbery gone horribly wrong? Maybe Steve is innocent. Or maybe he is what all the papers call him, a monster. Written in script form, Monster by Walter D. Myers is the story of Steve's life and how it changed forever on one faithful night. To see how his movie ends, read Monster by Walter D. Myers. Imagine your life in prison, alone, afraid, and sentenced to death. Now imagine you're only 14 years old. I wasn't even able to vote for the politicians who opposed the death penalty. How do you sentence somebody that young to death? Roy Burgess Jr. on death row at age 16 for murder. I was lost. I was a judged monster before I was even knowing who I was. Nannen Williams, arrested at age 17 for capital murder, sentenced to death. These are the true accounts of teens tried as adults for violent crimes and then sent to death row. In her book, No Choirboy, Susan Kuklin interviews prison inmates, their loved ones, and the family members of victims who were all affected by violent crimes, all committed by teens. See the life of a death row inmate, live their fears, feel their regret, and see the pain that their families are left with. Ask yourself, what if one stupid choice landed you in life in prison or worse? And ask yourself, is it fair to punish one violent act with another? You be the judge. 19. Number of foster parents. 17. Number of psychologists, psychiatrists, and therapists. 195. Total number of people, health, government, and legal staff who all dealt with her case. 3 little words were all that she was really looking for. 3 Little Words is the memoir of Ashley Rhodes-Courter and her decade-long journey through the foster care system. Life was never easy for Ashley. After being abandoned by her mother, Ashley suffers abuse, neglect, and uncertainty, and she faces it around every corner that she turns. Every caregiver, every foster parent, every stay-at-home or orphanage sends her teetering closer and closer to the edge of sanity. Will Ashley survive? Would you rise above? Follow Ashley on her journey as told only through her words to find out what 3 little words were the ones that she was searching for. Find out how they define her life as a young teen. They may not be the 3 words that you would expect.